caught the fire or not, he's dead now. Why should we care what a dead person did before they passed away? We need to decide the culprit among the living right now.
Wait, reporter, what did you just say?
What? I was just saying that we should be talking about something else.
Not that!
What, the part about the culprit being one of us?
Yeah. You said the culprit was among the living, yeah? Let's break that down and think of it this way. Do you have to be alive to become a culprit?
We're not going the suicide route, are we?
What? What does that mean? Shut up. If Shinji Kasai caused the fire, the only ones who were in the power room, the alibis. Got it. We didn't even need to discuss Nikkei Yomiri's hand being the weapon after all. Neither of you are the culprit.
Well, we're going the suicide route.
Then who are you saying the culprit is, Yuki? Not him either. Well, technically speaking, there is no murder in this case.
What? Syobai, you aren't thinking what I'm thinking, are you?
Yep, Shinji Kasai was killed by none other than Shinji Kasai himself. In other words, it was a suicide.
What? Jeez, are you trying to blow our ears out?
Wait, what? So it was a suicide? What do you mean? But a suicide isn't murder. Does that mean this class trial is cancelled?
Nope, suicide is technically murder. Murder of oneself. No, suicide is still taking someone's life, so it doesn't go against the killing someone part of the rules.
You gotta be kidding me! Syobai, are you crazy or something? How can you go from saying that Shinji caused the fire to saying he killed himself? And why the hell would he do something like that anyways? Like I even care about why the beef brain committed suicide.
See, when I saw his body, I was like, there's no way they're gonna go for the Chapter 4 suicide routes. But nope, they did. Jesus Christ, oh my god, okay.
I just came up with it based on the evidence.
Evidence? So you're saying there's evidence that Big Bro killed himself?
Of course there isn't any evidence like that. This isn't a problem of whether or not you have evidence. Sora, you say you killed Shinji using my hands. Then Shinji was obviously dead from that point onward, right?
Shinji committing suicide. Something did feel strange about this case while we were talking about the fire. But even I didn't think that far. But Syobai must have realized something. We should talk about this more. Oh, we're getting close to the end already. Okay. It's gotta be either the bruises or the broken machines. He killed himself, alright. He must have died from getting his throat cut. Why are you so vehement about that? If what Syobai is saying is true, you'll be safe. Being still alive and causing the fire is our most logical explanation. Even if Shinji was alive, I don't get how we can get there from Shinji suddenly committing suicide. Shinji killing himself after trying to attack us doesn't make any sense in the first place. We have proof of it anyways. We're left with way too many contradictions, okay. Syobai heard my remarks about the possibility of a suicide. He must know something. There must be traces of a suicide somewhere. I just gotta find it. Is it? Okay, it's either it's got to be the bruises. Or the broken machines. First try, baby. My brain is literally too big for this. My throat is not liking this though. Like this treatment. Nikkei, if you want evidence, then I've got some. Shinji's body actually had a lot more wounds than just the ones on the neck.
Ones other than the ones on the neck? Those were from the fire, right?
Nope, that's what I thought earlier. But there were a lot of scratches on his body.
Well, color me impressed. To think that someone other than me would notice those amongst all the burnt marks.
Scratches?
There were scratches?
When I cut Shinji's throat, there were no wounds other than the ones on his neck. So I'm asking just to be sure. Nikkei, did you make those?
Of course not. And considering he was still alive, if I did that, then I would be...
You would have most likely become the culprit. Correct. The last person to harm the victim becomes the culprit. You haven't forgotten that, have you? Wait, so is that it? Even after getting fatal injuries by me and Sora, Big Bro was still alive. Then he hurt himself, so by those rules, he becomes the culprit?
That doesn't feel right, though. People usually don't die from those scratches.
Even if you create those wounds yourself, they aren't critical enough to kill you. So his death would have come from his neck wound anyways.
Easy there. Recall that the monochrome file didn't report the cause of death in this case. Whether or not the cause of death is recorded on a monochrome file is in itself a very important clue. Just like the time of death last trial. If this case ended with Albino Girl cutting his throat, then there would be no reason to hide the cause of death.
But the cause of death was missing. So that means there was a need to hide it in accordance with the culprit's intent. But as Nikkei said, saying that the cause of death was those scratches does sound a bit off.
Nope. The cause of death would have been from suffocation from inhaling too much carbon monoxide caused by the fire.
Caused by the fire? Well, I guess that's what we thought when we first found the body. I thought he was burned, not suffocated to death.
If he was burned to death, there should have been more time till the body discovery announcement. Simply put, it takes too long for a human being to burn to death.
Correct, it's common knowledge that a human dies more easily from suffocation than from incineration in a fire. I can guarantee that is the truth as the flame wizard myself.
Normally you would be able to see distinct marks on the face if someone died from inhaling excess carbon monoxide. But he was burnt to the point where the face was unrecognizable, so we aren't 100% sure. And how can you be so sure that he died from suffocation? Because that is the only way. The only way he could have ended his life as fast as possible. He probably first tried hurting himself by crashing his body into stuff, but he soon knew that it wasn't gonna cut it. Call it luck or whatever, but he actually had caused the fire doing so. So then he probably decided to end himself that way. There is proof to suggest this happened. Actually, it was all over the power room.
Yeah, proof that Shinji hurt himself. As Syobai just said, there were traces of the broken machines. It's all coming together. Considering the relation between the fire and the scratches, Shinji must have bashed his body against the power room's machines to hurt himself. Most of the machines inside the power room were badly damaged. Not to mention there being traces of blood on them. If someone the size of Shinji crashed into those machines with full force, I assume it would be enough to break them and cause a fire.
Hold on, now we're getting evidence left and right here. To be honest, I was half sure at first, but now it really feels like Shinji was alive at that point.
I see. Sora, Yuki, and Nikkei, they said they didn't know about the fire, and all of the others have alibis, so they didn't even enter the power room in the first place. But if Shinji was still alive and did some act to end his own life, all of this makes sense. What a remarkable conclusion. That explains everything. Even as someone as brain dead as Iroha could understand this.
Hey, pipe down.
Don't call me brain dead!
In a sense, this trial only took longer because the three of you were stubborn and kept saying your own thing. I should have interfered from the start. It's wasted so much time.
I guess even Yuki and I weren't rational enough to check if Shinji was actually dead or not. That was why we never even thought about Shinji being alive and soon killing himself.
No way! So it was just Shinji's suicide all along? There are still some things I don't get, but if Shinji really did take his own life, then Sora and Nikkei both aren't culprits. Nobody here has to die. Monochrome, if the culprit's dead, then nobody has to die, right?
Well, if the culprit really did kill himself, then yes. I'm not into pulling apart dead bodies or that kind of stuff.
You heard him, Sora. I don't know why you did such a thing, but you...
That doesn't mean I'm going to forgive her. Do you realize what kind of despicable act you've done? If we do both survive from this, I'm not going to go over this matter that easily.
I'm sorry. Of course, I'll pay my price. I'll do anything you want.
Not really the happy closure I wanted, but it's over, right? Now let's vote for the...
Wait. Alright, Yuki, what's up? Big Bro killed himself? Sure, we might have evidence.
But why? He tried to kill me and attack Nikkei. Why would someone like that suddenly decide to kill himself? He basically threatened 2 lives and then saved 3 lives.
I just don't understand.
That's not the issue here. The issue is getting the culprit right.
No, this is a class trial. This is an important matter, no doubt. If there's a reason for doubt, then we should discuss about it. I mean, don't you guys feel it's weird? Why did he suddenly have to take his own life? What if we're missing something? Looking at the evidence, Shinji must have killed himself, that's for sure. By ending the class trial right here and now, all 3 of us would survive. We've been through a lot, but that would be the best outcome we could get results-wise. But should we be fine with it? Yuki has a point. With Syobai's help and a bit of reasoning, we were able to deduce that Shinji took his own life. But we've only reached the conclusion. We still don't know the whole story. Did Shinji really take his own life? If he did, then for what reason?
Why isn't anyone speaking? Does anyone know why Shinji committed suicide? Syobai, you know something, right?
Dude, can't you solve anything by yourselves, you incompetent idiots? You think I'm one of those futuristic cat-like robots that grants wishes or something? You don't have to know all that to deduce that this case was caused by Shinji Kasai committing suicide. Every alibi fits, the plot was well scripted, and the case is sealed, don't you get it? All's well that ends well. Who gives a shit about why he killed himself? So you all should vote and get the hell out of here.
Every alibi fits. The plot being scripted? Wait, something's up.
Oh! Sora, I see that you're pondering something. Why is you the thing? I was wondering if we were gonna do this trial, considering the distrust that I'd built around Sora. But I guess if there was somebody in this condition that would do that, it would be Mikado, so... Alright, let's go! You see, I've been wondering about something as well. Don't you hate it when you know something's up, but you don't know what that is? How about we share what has been bugging us? Alright, let's do this. The logic refresh, I know this. There's only one piece of evidence that hasn't been presented, I think. Alright, let's go. Please don't be difficult. Nice, okay, let's see. Okay. Well, it's the only one that wasn't presented yet. I like how Sora's not smiling here. That's actually pretty funny. In all the other, like, logic refreshes, she's smiling alongside her classmate, but here she's just like, I'm agreeing with Mikado. Fuck. Alright, let's go.
That reminds me, didn't Yuki say that he was kidnapped by someone? Does anyone know who that someone could be? What are you talking about, Sora? Sora? What does that have to do with the reason Shinji killed himself? There was a burnt stun gun lying around the crime scene. You told me that you blacked out suddenly, right, Yuki? Perhaps he was attacked by someone using that stun gun.
A stun gun, I think I did feel a jolt or something like that. But why bring that up?
Don't you feel like something's off? If Shinji really is the culprit and he took his own life, why was Yuki kidnapped, and by whom?
Even I didn't think that through. Guess I was too focused on the culprit's identity.
Well, it's Shinji, obviously. According to our line of reasoning, the only one to have a hostile intent against our group was Shinji.
You said that when you called Shinji over to the power room, you found Yuki there, right? If Shinji was the one who ambushed Yuki, then it would have been before he met up with Nikkei. Don't you think it's a bit weird? Why would you kidnap someone only to meet up with someone else right after? It is a bit weird, I guess. I don't know, no offense, but he might have just been, a bit crazy in the head. If we're going by Nikkei's words, then Shinji was helping Void behind our backs and even tried to kill Yuki and Nikkei. Even if he did take his own life, maybe he was just one of those people who put up a front around us but was acting crazy behind our backs.
I see that Shinji's image has fallen way off a cliff. I don't think so. And I don't think he was the traitor either.
I'm just saying this under the assumption that Shinji was behind all this. I didn't intend to mock the dead, even if they were the bad guy. Going by Nikkei's words. Wait.
What? What about it?
Sora?
Okay, there's one thing I need to clear up with you. When you gathered us in that meeting room to tell us that Shinji might be the traitor.
Yeah, what about it?
Where were you, and what were you doing after that meeting? Sora, what's the matter? Yoko, please don't interrupt us for a moment. This is a very important matter we're dealing with.
What do you mean? I went straight to talk with Shinji.
After calling him out to the power room?
Yeah.
But why the power room? I called Shinji over to such a creepy, dark place.
As I mentioned before, even I didn't know well enough about the identity of the person working for Void. I just didn't want unwanted people from entering or hearing our business, that's all.
I found that a bit suspicious, Nikkei. If you really did believe that Shinji was the traitor, shouldn't you have acted with a bit more caution?
What are you trying to pull here? You better have a good reason for picking apart everything I say.
I mean, doesn't everyone agree on this? If Shinji really was a dangerous threat, then Nikkei basically walked straight into the tiger's den alone willingly. Come to think of it, you're right? Why didn't I notice that? Hey Nikkei, why would you do something so risky?
Isn't it obvious? He's the mastermind behind this case, that's why.
What?
Wait, Syobai, I thought you said you wouldn't interfere with this matter.
You know what's the most annoying thing about this trial? I can't end it on my own and have to wait for you idiots. If you idiots aren't satisfied with just the culprit's identity and want to know the whole picture, then I figured out I should just join and get this over with quickly.
Wait, sir, so are you agreeing with Syobai that Nikkei was the mastermind of this case?
I'd say it's still based on instinct. But considering Shobai's on my side, there seems to be some logical ground behind all this.
Of course there is. I'm genuinely surprised that you fools haven't realized it yet.
Wait, you should have told us sooner if you had realized the truth.
What for? Why the hell do I have to care about what Nikkei Yomiuri schemed under your noses? I can't speak, sorry. All we gotta do is vote Shinji Kasai and bam, the trial would have been over. It's like a bonus stage, a complete waste of time that doesn't contribute anything to my progress.
You're still going to help us, right?
Help, huh? Yeah, that might be the word for it. Honestly, you don't even have to think too deep about this. The one who kidnapped Yuki Maeda, the one who framed Shinji Kasai, it was all done by that reporter over there.
Framed?
Wait, what does that mean? Mika, you're not gonna say all that stuff you told me was a lie, are you? I did all of that because I believed in your words.
No way, dude.
Teruya?
If there was any ill intent in all this, I will never forgive you. Answer me, Nikari.
What are you even talking about?
Okay. You all got some fucked up sense of humor. Me, the mastermind of this case?
I'm a victim here for crying out loud, you little shit.
Look, I'm trying my best out here. I'm trying my best out here, trying to fuck over Mikado,
And you won't believe me? The hell?
Oh, give me a second. Alright, sorry, I'm back. I had to close my window because there's some shit face underneath my window talking really loud. Anyways, let's go. Answer the question, okay? Were you the one who ambushed me?
And what do you mean, framing big bro? Tell us the truth.
Let's not do this, guys. We could have all taken the easy way out. As if I haven't got enough shit to deal with. If you guys don't believe me, then I can't trust you back. Okay, I know that I should be ripped to shreds for what I did to you. And we're even going as far as to suspect you. I imagine that you're angry and upset. You have every right to be, but that is exactly why you need to sincerely answer us. If you are truly innocent, then I might have sinned again against you. But even so, this is something we can't look over.
Shut up! Shut up! You think you have any right to suspect me, you dirty rat? The girl's not worthy, huh? Then how about I take over, little newsie? The fact that the stun gun found on the crime scene was burnt means that it was there before the fire happened. Thus, the person who had the stun gun has to have visited the power room before the crime happened.
That would be Sora, Yuki, and Nikkei, right?
Correct. The stun gun was probably used immediately after the meeting. Hey, fact check this for me. You said you were attacked shortly after leaving the meeting room?
Yep.
You've got to be kidding me. Sora and Yuki were in that break room as well. And also, Sora also went to the power room, so shouldn't she be a suspect as well?
No, Sora has an alibi. She talked with me on the top floor after leaving the meeting room. You remember that, don't you, Sora?
Huh?
You met up with me, remember? We were talking about your alibi here. I mean, I still don't get the stuff you did this case, but whatever happened, happened. Right now, you should focus on the trial.
Oh, yes, she's right. I had a conversation with her shortly after leaving the meeting room.
Oh, Sora, there you are. You alone?
Yep. Yeah, excluding Yuki Maeda himself, Albino Girl has an alibi. So by process of elimination, the only person capable of using that stun gun on Yuki Maeda is Yuzi.
That may be true if we look at our alibis, but Sora's in a much more suspicious position if we look at the bigger picture. She used some witchcraft to go through the floor and ended up below the power room. How do you explain that?
Well,
she might have used some other trick to kidnap Yuki and brought him to the power room. That is a much more plausible explanation, I'd say. Well, Sora, try disproving that.
I can't tell you the exact details about what happened then. How I fell from the top floor and ended up there has nothing to do with the case. Please trust me on this.
See, she's hiding something. And trust? Well, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm sorry. I kind of have to side a bit with Nikkei here, because even if he orchestrated all this, and I do believe he did, Sora advocating for trust after what she did is... it's kind of hypocritical of her, not gonna lie.
You think we care about trust when we send Hajime, Emma, and the twins to hell? This bitch dirtying my hand just because she was too scared to take the shot herself. And you guys say you can't trust me, but you believe her? Spreading fake news even inside the trial, huh? Hey, Newsy, shut the fuck up. They all got alibis. Maybe you should stop worrying about your hands being dirty and worry about your ears. If Normie Boy got kidnapped right after leaving the break room, how the hell can Albino Girl achieve that while talking with the hostess? But that doesn't prove that I had the stun gun. Are you suspecting you just based on process of elimination? I mean, yeah. Of course that's not all there is to it. You say you got attacked by Shinji Kasai in the power room. Now that's comedy if I've ever seen it.
But Syobai, even Sora and Yuki stated that Nikkei was unconscious. And Sora even went as far as to use Nikkei's hands. He would have realized what was going on if he was just pretending.
Who said he was pretending? Of course he was out cold for real.
Then why?
He actually fainted for real? Wait, I got it!
Yep, if he was actually carrying the stun gun, he would have been able to use it on himself to knock himself out.
What?
You say I used the stun gun on myself? You're the one to talk. You're one to talk about fake news. We've got a newbie fantasy writer over here. Fake? Then why don't you explain what happened? What did Shinji Kasai use to knock you out? I don't know. He just kind of tackled me suddenly. If you got knocked out from getting tackled, it was either because the impulse you received was massive, or you hit your vital point. That kind of injury is sure to leave a mark somewhere on your body. So come here and get naked. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. Holy shit. Shinji, back up, Shinji. Syobai, back the fuck up, Syobai.
Nikkei did look somewhat awkward now that I think about it. Amidst all the debris and chaos in that crime scene, he looked unusually unharmed lying down.
You're right. I only caught a glimpse, but there was no sign of injury or struggle on Nikkei.
Hold on, that means when he said that it all started when Shinji attacked him, this brat lied about everything from the start?
That's not all. If Shinji Kasai didn't attack Nikkei Yomiuri, that means he didn't have any reason to.
A reason to attack, so that implies...
It was all a lie. To talk about a traitor, big bro being suspicious, everything.
I told you that newsy friend Shinji Kasai. I don't know his objective, but his goal was probably to cause a fight between Yuki Maeda and Shinji Kasai from the start.
Nikkei Yomiuri, you little...
Idiots. What? I don't know about a single thing you're talking about.
Don't play dumb, you little bastard! I'm starting to piece together what happened in this chapter. I do believe that while Nikkei might have betrayed Void, he also was playing double agent in a bit. Teruya's actions were influenced by Nikkei's words. I think, at least.
Don't know, don't care. You got any proof? And I'm not talking about some loose conviction you've got against me. If you haven't got a proof, you can always fabricate the truth. That's how it works with a scoop. You can create the most horrifying rumors about the kindest people. You can make political giants fight each other over a simple lie. That's how easy it is, man.
Nikkei, so are those the renowned articles that you've been putting up?
So what? If you've got nothing to back your words up, every lie has the potential to become the absolute truth. That's how society works.
I hate to admit it, but he's got a point.
So let me see some evidence that caused everything, damn it!
Is this really Nikkei? This is Nikkei we knew all along? He was a Void, but he put his trust on us by betraying the Voids. And have done something horrible to him. Perhaps I don't have the right to condemn him. But even so, he must.
Terminate talk shooting, let's go! Alright, Nikkei. Show us your Void side. Also, we stretching a little bit? There we go.
Yeah, I know how this works. Let's go. Oh, that's cool, actually. I really like these drawings. Yes, I am in gamer mode, by the way. Whew. Gamer mode. There we go, that's one. Whew. At least this pattern is pretty easy. Alright, that's last.
いい加減にしてくれ。ほら。
Yeah, his terminal chalk shooting is far easier than Kanade's.
いい加減にしてくれ。ほら。お前は。いい加減にしてくれ。
There we go. Alright, let's see what we got. Gun. The missing gun.
終わりです。
Well, Nikkei, your jig is up. Can I reopen my window now? I might be able to. I'm sorry you guys aren't hearing me from far away, but yeah, I can get the fresh air again. Thank God. But I think we're almost done, huh? All that's left is the good old climax reasoning. I just had a thought. If Shinji really didn't intend on attacking Nikkei or Yuki, wouldn't he have used this gun?
The gun?
You're right. I completely forgot that we gave Big Bro a gun.
And we all even agreed on it.
Correct. If he really was a threat to us, we basically had armed our worst enemy.
But why do you bring that up?
Think about it. If what Nikkei says is true and Shinji was the traitor, why didn't he use the gun to attack Nikkei? I see. He had a gun, the most horrifying weapon in human history. And yet he used his body to attack Nikkei. Quite strange indeed.
Are you guys stupid? If he shot the gun, I would have immediately died. Then everyone would know who the killer is. You'd think it should if you knew you were gonna die from it as well? Shinji isn't stupid. Wait, he was stupid, but he wasn't that dumb. Hey, Albino, step aside. I'll show you how it's done. Mikayo Muri, you know very well that there was no gun on Shinji Kasai's corpse. It's very unlikely that it left something as important as a gun lying around, which means that someone must have stolen it from him.
And by someone you mean...
Of course it's Newsy, Einstein. Search his body right now. There's a gun hidden somewhere. Hold on a moment. We're still not quite sure if he really was carrying the gun with him at all times. Maybe he could have hidden it somewhere else. A gun of all things? Alright then, group thinking time. Suppose you just got a gun. Would you carry it around at all times, or would you hide it someplace secret?
Well, it'll be a huge problem if someone steals it or somehow lose it. So I'll probably carry it around with me.
Okay, come here for a sec. Let me check your body. And this is going to my SDRA2 out of context. Out of context clips. Anyway. Back to the class trial.
No, you can't!
What do you mean I can't? Okay, you really are the... Yeah, you're right. I stole the gun from Shinji. And I'm the mastermind who plotted this case.
So it was you!
So what? What difference does that make? I'm not the culprit.
What?
Well, I've got to admit that you did get things right. I was the last one to leave the power room, but when I came back to the crime scene after hearing the body discovery announcement, there were some things I didn't get. I didn't even consider the possibility of Sora interfering with the plan. I just thought it was some other third party. But now I see that it was actually Shinji taking his own life. So by those words, are you confirming that all of this was a lie? That there was someone helping the Voids? Then Shinji was that person? No, I think he was lying way before that. I always thought that you acted a bit suspicious ever since you bowed down to us.
That long ago? You don't say you even lied about betraying the Voids?
Didn't I warn you? We Voids are full of liars. Hey, don't assume that I lied about everything. The part about wanting to kill Mikado was true, it's just that I couldn't tell you every detail about it. All of this was part of a plan to kill Mikado Sanoji. Oh, by getting the killer wrong, Mikado would die. Sorry, if you had just stayed down without doing anything stupid, the plan would have worked. This is Iroha's fault, because she pushed Sora from the top floor. I did something stupid?
The plan? What plan?
It'll take forever to explain everything, so if I just tell you the basic gist. I wanted to make Yuki Maeda the blackened. That was my ultimate goal in this case.
Oh. What?
Make Yuki the killer?
But why? How does that benefit you in any way?
You don't fucking know, do you? Nobody knows, except Mikado and the Void.
Oh, I get it.
What? Iroha, what did you get?
What? Oh, I mean, I don't get it.
Dude, Iroha's so close. Come on, just spill it.
Now that we've got the guy, we can finally ask him the question and end this trial.
Ask what question?
What do you mean, what question? The reason we've been dragging this trial is because you wanted to know why Shinji Kasai killed himself. Hey, Newsy, you should know why he picked that option, right? Answer then. As you may have guessed already, Shinji is no traitor. He never even attacked us. He was simply put too good for this world. All he wanted to do was protect us.
Wait, if he truly wanted to protect us, then why did he attack me? When I met him in the power room, he ran up to me with a really scary face.
I don't know the exact rundown of what happened because I was knocked out, but that was probably to protect Yuki from harm.
What the heck does that mean?
When I knocked myself out, the power room wasn't in such a mess as right now. Even if Shinji broke the machine parts to cause a fire, the walls and floor should have stayed fine. Perhaps part of the power room came crashing down at the moment. And Shinji leapt at Yuri in order to save him from the debris.
What kind of nonsense is that? Did you see it happen or something?
The walls and foundation for the power room were a bit old to begin with. It wouldn't have surprised me if it had broken down even earlier.
Shinji was buried under the debris when I arrived at the power room. Shinji ran over to Yuki and got buried under that debris afterwards. That means... No, that shouldn't be it. He did get buried under those piles of rocks, but... That was because he crashed into the wall and...
I know that you don't want to admit this, Yuki, but as a person who heard his last words, I can guarantee this. Shinji would never try to attack you. It'll be near impossible to find someone as trustworthy as him.
You think you have the right to say that, Nikkei Young Yuri?
You're right. After all, Shinji did die in the end because of me. Oof. But all I did was set up the stage. The one who actually thought ill of Shinji and attacked him was Yuki, remember?
So is my misunderstanding? It was my fault? Dude, Nikkei is so fucking stupid. It just dawned on me. The fact that Yuki is not the blackened in this case is just gonna make Mikado's plan accelerate faster. Oh, Nikkei is so stupid. No, that can't be. I couldn't have done that.
Set up some flags with the rumor about the traitor. Act as if you got knocked out by Shinji Kasai, who you gave a gun. It's almost like you tried to mind control Normie Boy by using situational flags.
But this all feels too forced. Even if Yuki was panicking, would he really mistake someone trying to save him as someone trying to kill him? And the timing of the walls of the power room coming down, it all feels too perfect.
Guess you still haven't realized it yet. This world is almost ready. If we voids yearn for it, then whatever process it takes, fate would reward us with the result we want.
Heavenly luck.
That was all the more reason to make Yuki the Blackened before it was too late.
There it is. There it is, confirmation. So, Yuki Maeda is supposed to be the vessel for the resurrection of Utsuro. And Sora was like his bodyguard or something. And Nikkei knows that it's almost time. He should have acted way earlier, though.
So why did Shinji commit suicide in the end?
He got stabbed by Yuki, buried under rubble, and got his throat cut by Sora. If he was still alive after that and took his own life, there would only be one reason he would do that. To save Yuki, to make him not the Blackened. That was why he took his own life.
But in the end, it was Sora that made the finishing blow on him.
When I cut Shinji's throat using Nikkei's hand, Shinji was still unconscious. If he got up only after everyone left the scene, then he would have never known that I had interfered.
Yeah, because you had interfered with the plan, everything went wrong. Shinji should have died on the spot and never woke up. You never... Again, heavenly luck. He would never have had the chance to even think about saving Yuki. How come? Only those with the same power would be able to change the result. Just what did I miss?
Then what's with the fire? If he wanted to die, why did he go through the hassle of causing a fire?
Perhaps the fire wasn't what Shinji Kasai originally intended. By the looks of those damaged machines, he tried damaging his body through bruises to kill himself. But our bodies are sturdier than you think. You can't die that easily from crashing your body into stuff.
Well, he wasn't the brightest one among us, after all.
And he could have just used those same glass shards to stab himself.
Hurting yourself using sharp weapons is harder than you might think. Who do you think... Why do you think they often use guns to kill themselves? Because all it takes for you to end yourself is just a little bit of force from the tip of your fingers. Who here can confidently say that they are physically capable of killing themselves with sharp weapons?
It seems like everything has been settled then. So to summarize it, Shinji went on a rampage trying to end his own life. And when the machines broke down and a fire let loose, he decided to go down that route, correct?
Well, we can't confirm anything for sure since no one actually saw him killing himself. But by the looks of it, that looks to be the most probable theory.
Big Bro killed himself just to save me. Why, I even stabbed him. I trusted Nikkei's words and suspected him as a traitor. Why? Yuki.
You! This is all your fault, Nikkei Yamiri! What's wrong with you? Why did you do this? What is your plan and why did you go this far with it? Why would you lie to us?
Let's just end the trial for now. I've got work to do. Hey, Monocro, start the voting.
Wait!
Yeah?
So do we have to vote for Nikkei? Shinji killed himself, but it was Nikkei who planned everything. And, what, is that not it? Who's the blackened then?
Were you fucking asleep this whole time?
No! I get what happened, I got it, but...
I mean, this case isn't a normal murder case, right? Then how about we go through everything once more and just explain it to Iroha?
Please, God, no! We've wasted enough time, just don't...
Yes, please.
With Nikkei telling us the truth, we finally matched every single puzzle piece. This is the end. Let's go over this whole case one final time.
Well, the closing argument, climax reasoning, whatever you want to call it.
Guys, I'll see you on the other side. Well, thanks Java, but I wanted to stop here just to appreciate this. The lengths at which this game is willing to go to portray Yuki as a potential vessel for Utsuro. I imagine it's vessel. I don't know how else they'll bring him back, but honestly, this is fucked. Anyways, now for real, I'll see you on the other side.
これが真実です。
Let's go. Chapter 5's about to be heat, though.
Before we go over the case, let me remind you that this whole case was planned by Nikkei. He first dropped false info on us as bait, telling us that someone is helping the boy behind our backs. After the meeting, Nikkei used the stun gun to kidnap Yuki and took him to the power room. And he called over the real culprit of this case to create the situation he wanted. Nikkei's goal was to push Yuki into killing someone. As soon as Yuki woke up, he used the stun gun on himself to knock himself out. Witnessing the scene, Yuki mistakenly thought that the culprit had attacked Nikkei. Here, Yuki said that the culprit rushed at him to attack him, but in reality it was an act to save Yuki from an unknown danger. However, Yuki, panicking, grabbed one of the glass shards lying on the ground to stab the culprit's throat. After realizing that he had killed someone, he ran away from the scene in fear. It was at that moment that I entered the power room from the secret passageway below, and witnessed the whole thing. And I also made a mistake. I thought that Yuki had killed someone. At the time, there were two people in the power room. The culprit, who was bleeding beneath the pile of rubble, and the unconscious Nikkei. After checking up on the culprit, I realized that he had somehow miraculously survived the wound. However, the thought that crossed my mind was not to save the dying culprit, but to save Yuki from becoming the culprit. To be honest, I still don't know why I thought it was okay to do that. After gripping the glass shard with Nikkei's unconscious hands, I used his hand to cut the culprit's throat. And this, by the rule of the last person to harm the victim becoming the culprit, the killer was no longer Yuki. Though I admit I did something horrifying to Nikkei in return for that. After I ran away from the power room, Nikkei soon woke up. We first believed his words that he ran away in fear from the crime scene, thinking of him as a victim in all this. But in reality, he must have been thrilled, as his real objective was to make Yuki the blackened of this case. The culprit was dead, and it looked like Yuki had run away from the crime scene. However, unbeknownst to him, I had interfered, and his hand was even used in the crime. When Nikkei left the scene, there was only the culprit left in the power room. But by some stroke of luck, he was still alive. It was because both Yuki and I didn't check if he actually died after doing our deeds. The culprit wasn't some traitor for the Voids. In fact, he was someone who we knew and loved all this time.
Yep. That's fucked.
Even in his dying breath, he thought of Yuki, the one who had stabbed him. Soon after checking the state he was in, the culprit made the brave decision to kill himself in order to save Yuki from becoming the blackened. In other words, he committed suicide. At first, he tried bashing his body onto the machines inside the power room. The traces of blood on the machines proved this. That enough wasn't going to cut it. At that moment, the machines broke down and caught on fire. As a firefighter, the culprit must have known how fire can be used to end one's life. So he jumped into the fire willingly to end his own life. In the meantime, the power room was located deep under the tower that it was located so deep under the tower that it took a while for us to notice the fire. We all soon gathered at the power room, and we each thought to ourselves. What first came to mind for Yuki, Nikkei, and me was how the place caught on fire. This was to be expected, as none of us had caused the fire. This was later used as evidence to deduce that the culprit had committed suicide. While the others were in despair, we had suffered yet another victim. Yes, in the end, this case had no actual culprit. Yep. It happened because Shinji Kasai got caught up in the stage that Nikkei Yomiuri set up. That's so fucked. Well, here we are, lads. It's over.
You! Yoriko? Sorry, can I beat this guy up? The rules still don't work, right?
No violence, Yoriko. I mean, the rules still don't apply yet, but still.
Just why? Why would you do this to us, you piece of shit?
Bro, why would you save someone like me?
Yuki, are you alright? Don't be too hard on yourself. Let's think positively. Perhaps it's all theory.
Iroha, I'm so sorry, but this is not the time.
We're not even 100% sure he died for you. Maybe he died because he felt like it.
Oh my god. Can we vote and leave now? Okay, I did something horrible to you. I know I have no right to say anything to you. But in the end, we both survived. We both weren't the culprit. So please tell us. Tell us why you did this. Alright, let's go. Yeah, this trial was really short. We got an A, baby. Let's go. Honestly speaking, though, it was an interesting case. It's not at the level of the third one, obviously, but still a really interesting case. I'd place it among the top 3 best Chapter 4 cases. Obviously, the best one being the first Danganronpa Another. Has everyone calmed down? I apologize first for not properly doing my job on this island due to my recent memory loss. The class trial must still go on. And whatever roadblock we had faced, we still must put an end to this. Now then, please vote for the culprit using the switch in front of you. Keep in mind, though I imagine none of you try pushing the panel belonging to the dead. You still can vote for a dead person doing that, so no worries. Ugh, sorry. Ugh. Now, will the choice be the correct answer or not? Let us see. Let's see what we got. Oh, dude, that passing by Yuki was really sus. But yeah, we're done. Wow, that was very fast. That's gonna be really hard to edit. It's gonna be like a frame. Yes, let's save the game. It's time to see what the fuck. That would be correct. The real culprit of this murder is, drumroll, Shinji Kasai, committed suicide. You have gotten it right.
Big bro! Big bro!
Yoriko, what are you doing?
Let go of me, Sora, before I knock that dumb hat off his head! No, beat him up till he's dead. I'm not going anywhere!
Can Yoriko get any more based? I don't think it's possible.
I get how you feel, but you must calm down. There are still questions we need to ask him right now. Shinji was the culprit, but only according to the class trial rules. He's the real culprit!
This is really interesting. SDRA2 is doing what V3 could not do, which was like have us live with the murderer that technically committed the killing, but the rules of the trial state that he's not the killer, so he's not the killer. But we're gonna live with him from now on.
Nikkei killed Shinji, and he got away with it as if he's done nothing wrong. What?
Ow, that hurt, mister. Enough with it, you bastard! How dare you! You tricked me, you sturdy scumbag!
Teruya?
What are you doing? Stop this instant. Although the regulations are not in effect at the moment, this is a breach of... Oh, Monochrome? Be still. This isn't your place to speak. Oh, he also wants Nikkei to be beat up. And Terry is pissed.
Oi.
Tricked you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Didn't we have an agreement? Could you please let go of me?
You didn't tell me about this! Why did Shinji end up dead if you all said it wasn't true? If all you said wasn't true? Hold on, you two. What are you two talking about? And Teruya, what's up with you? Why are you suddenly so fired up? You've been downcast for the entire trial.
You wonder why? It's because he was with me the whole time.
What?
To be more exact, I was in league with both sides of you. I like a double agent. You get it now?
I don't get it.
I asked you all to keep my identity a secret from Teruya since he's not trustworthy. But I also told Teruya the same thing, to help me out since I can't trust anyone else.
So you were secretly intriguing him with him as well?
Yeah, thanks to that, Teruya and you all started doubting and fighting each other. Just like I planned all along. Thanks to Teruya going in line with my intent, I got the perfect setting to carry out my plan in that tower.
In line with your intent? Wait a minute. Teruya locking us up was a part of your plan too.
Okay, this guy's a piece of shit.
Are you crazy? He's a void and you let him talk you into that? Wait, let me talk. I just thought he was...
Hey, don't be so harsh on him. Didn't you all do the same when I revealed my identity to you?
That's different. If you ordered Teruya to lock us up, that's like asking someone to commit a crime for you.
He didn't. I suggested it first. He just told me there was a way to keep everyone alive. And he said if the plan worked, then we would be able to finish Mikado off for good. Give me a second.
We're back. Sorry, you guys probably heard the doorbell of my house ringing, and I had to go, open the door. I think it's gonna be right down to the wire, but I might be able to finish this before lunchtime. I have 15 minutes.
And he said that if the plan worked, we would be able to finish Mikado off for good. I was so carried away by the thought of protecting you all. Keeping you all from dying, taking Mikado down. I don't want to blame you when everything's already said and done. We were all taught by Nikkei, that's all.
I have a question. If Nikkei was working with Teruya at the same time he was begging us for forgiveness, isn't that inconsistent with the time frame of things?
Time frame?
Oh yeah, right. If the whole imprisonment was a scripted thing, you wouldn't have planned it with Teruya while we were on sale. He said the fourth island glitching out was an unexpected event even for him, right?
Huh? What do you mean? Nikkei did tell me about the fourth island where we were on sale.
What?
What? If it wasn't anything big, but he did tell me to go to get the gun from the top of the tower as soon as we arrived.
Wait, the gun was in the tower from the beginning? Wait a second, you knew? Then what about the things he told us?
Fabrications, lies, what do you expect?
See, I told you, I wasn't buying the whole people surviving this.
But you told us the Tower of Babel was a result of that Ray person interfering from the outside.
Oh, sorry for that. I didn't expect you to seriously take it for real. Though I did think it was a pretty good pretext.
What? That part about the virtual world and all the dead people being alive in reality?
Of course it's a lie. How the hell would I know if she survived or not anyways?
So this could still be the New World program, got it.
But it's true that this is a virtual reality. And the fourth island isn't what the Void intended it to be. Because the Tower of Babel was a set for Mikado's execution that I made in secret without telling the other Voids.
In secret?
Ooh. But really, I never thought you would all be so gullible to trust me that much. Guess all those acting lessons I got from Emma for fun paid off.
Scumbag. Is this fun? Is this all funny to you? You think it's fun to play with us like that?
Hey, stop it. That hurts.
I see. I've been following this conversation, I must admit. This was certainly not taken into account in my plan. When did you alter the code? I don't believe it was a task you could have done entirely alone.
Do I need to answer, Mikado Sanoji?
Everything was a lie. Other than a few pieces of facts. Everything was a stage prop for Nikkei to manipulate us in this way you wanted.
We're in a virtual world. This isn't reality. Which means even if we die, we won't die in the real world.
Really? That everyone who died?
Yep, they're all alive too.
I see, Part of me kind of wanted to believe that, and part of me even did believe that, because, I don't know, Nikkei... It was Nikkei, alright. Nikkei was that guy in the first chapter that was pretty cool, but... Still, it's pretty fucked what he did. So, is there, like, no execution in this one? Or does Mikado just order Nikkei to be executed anyways? Those words alone, I had believed as the absolute truth. I wouldn't have even thought about making Nikkei the blackened otherwise. Well, perhaps I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. Whatever it may be, one thing's for sure. Those hopes that the dead would still be alive were snatched away from us. And I warned you, my friends, that Void is an organization of liars.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I got desperate not to let what I've been through happen all over again. That's why I got foolishly tricked by that bastard.
Why? For what reason? Are you doing this to us? What did we do wrong?
Boy.
You know, I see you're trying to make me into some unforgivable scumbag for all this. You kind of are, my guy. When I said I was gonna kill Mikado, I really did mean it. Didn't I tell you that moments ago? Yeah, I'll admit I used some dirty methods, but I couldn't help it. You wouldn't have believed me otherwise. Why? Because Yuki Maeda needs to die. There it is. The crux of the problem. As long as Yuki Maeda is alive, his return is possible. What? Come to think of it, he said a while ago that his purpose was to make Yuki a killer.
Are you kidding me? How are making Yuki the killer and killing Mikado related? You're just making things up, aren't you?
Hey, you guys remember what I told you back then? I said there was a reason that each of you got involved in this killing game.
Yeah, so what?
Aren't you all curious about it? About why you were dragged to some mysterious place to go through this trouble? It's all because of Yuki Maeda.
What?
I left it obscure at the time, but Yuki is Mikado's, Void's goal itself. To be more precise, putting Yuki through the ordeal of a killing game. To erase his original personality and bring in another. A vessel for Utsuro, basically. That is the ultimate goal and the reason for the Void's existence. Do you get it now? You are all just sacrifices for Yuki. Nothing more than extras whose role is to die in this killing game for him.
Nikkei, is it okay to say all that? I mean... Hold on, I'm still trying to process all this.
For Yuki.
Mikado Sanoji is a man with a fanatic obsession for this plan. It's as if his entire life was just for that single purpose. Nothing would have been a stronger blow to him than getting rid of his goal, Yuki. Was that really the only option? You could have just gone for Mikado directly. Why did you target Yuki when he did nothing wrong? Even if the goal was to just kill Yuki, there was no need to go so far as to make him a killer. Shinji died because of your ridiculous plan.
Right, Teruya. I don't care what happens to Yuki. Mikado's the real deal here. Attacking or killing Mikado or Yuki myself. If that was possible, I wouldn't have bothered to put on this whole act and lock you up. What are you? Just look at Yuki right now. Mikado's plan is nearly complete. There wasn't a normal way left to kill Mikado or thwart his plan anymore.
So that was your reason. That was why you decided to take advantage of this killing game's rules.
The rules of this killing school trip?
No matter what the circumstances are, the power of the rules are absolute. If one somehow succeeds in making Yuki the blackened, it would be game over for me. If the blackened, Yuki wins the class trial, I would be executed along with the others by the rules. And if he loses, he would be the one to be executed.
Yeah, so that would just end the game right there. It was really close. I was one move away from finishing him off. Until you, Sora, decided to be an idiot and screw everything up.
What? Just what about Yuki Maeda? What makes us have to die for him and Void to do all this?
To reunite with Master Utsuro, of course.
I can't believe they're laying the cards on the table this early. I really thought we'd have to wait at least until the end of chapter 5 for this. But nope, this is all happening right now. The end of chapter 4, just here. Here's our entire plan. The reason this killing game exists. Here, take it, just take it all.
Zoro? That name, we heard it from Nikkei's room.
Now, this is getting longer than I expected. I've been keeping silent to let Nikkei have his moment for a brief while. But it is too early for anything further than this. I'm afraid I must end it here, as it may disrupt the plan's final stages. I will say that, despite my looking down on you, your overall performance was excellent. I believe that deserves a compliment. But as you can see in the end, how many times should I repeat this? The outcome is already set. Have you finally realized that whatever you do is a mere kitten's play in the faces of his power?
Heavenly luck. Heavenly luck. So that, wait. But that's bullshit, because Utsuro himself is dead. I mean, at least I think so. Oh shit, I've gone back and forth on this so many times. I literally don't know if he is or not. But is his power that strong that it would like rub off on the people that are following him? It didn't rub off on Akane for sure. Yeah. I accept defeat. His powers exist in me as well, and yet I failed. This should mean this was my fate. Yeah, so apparently it rubs off.
Exactly. You cannot go against the will of fate.
It was a grandiose plan from the beginning. There were risk factors scattered everywhere. Even my own life was at stake too. I shouldn't have done it from the start.
I see, so?
It was thoughtless of me to do that. I should have... Here we go. I should have done this from the start. Nikkei took out the gun he stole from Shinji from the inside of his clothes and pointed it at Mikado.
Nikkei!
Yes, a thoughtless endeavor. The more variables there are, the more my fortune will be affected. There wasn't a need for a complicated plan. I should have done this earlier. When Nikkei held up his gun, his face almost looked like a demon. The face was enough to remind me of his fellow voids Hajime and Emma. And Nikkei's degree of insanity seemed to exceed those of them. I knew it was a wise choice to take the gun, just in case.
Be careful with that gun, Nikkei. What are you going to do, shoot me? A bit too late for that, I'd say. Did you not put up this act because you knew such a feat would be impossible?
I sure as hell know I can kill you with this shit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done all that to keep you on watch with Setsuka. You guys, I have a funny feeling that he might just off himself right now. They'll be the ones to take the bullet.
What? Don't shoot me!
Oh, so you're eliminating the actors instead of the director. Still, that won't result in my own death.
Don't do this, Nikkei. You're going to end up dead too if you...
It doesn't fucking matter. As long as I can give you a big middle finger in the face. I don't mind dying. I was dead from the moment my plan in the tower failed. You won't let me live, and I'm all out of tricks here. This is my last stand.
What are you doing? You're gonna shoot us for real? No, I mean...
Get behind me! I'll at least be able to...
Teruya, no!
Nikkei, frankly, I wouldn't recommend pulling the trigger right now. Even with my earlier comments, I do not intend to abandon you yet. It would be a waste for a great colleague like you to die.
What's that I see? Mikado, are you panicking right now? This feels great! To see the great fucking Mikado Sanoji himself anxious like that. Dude,
Nikkei's send-off is being fucking fantastic so far.
I mean, it's not his send-off, he isn't the culprit, but still. I guess this was the right answer after all.
I'm saying this for you, it's not too late even now. We can work together once again.
Enough of your bullshit! Look, I'm gonna screw up your plans now. I won't shoot you or Yuki Maeda. I'll just kill all the others. If the outcome's already set, I'll ruin the process. If you want me to stop, kill yourself this instant. Then I'll reconsider the shooting.
Hey, stop!
Okay, why are you doing this? What could you possibly gain from this? Did Setsuka die for nothing? Shut up!
Nikkei, please stop!
Die!
Oh.
Huh. Exactly the same as... Exactly the same thing that happened to Haru in Chapter 4 of DRA. In the end, it all worked out. A self-sacrifice and a man with a broken hand. This is fucking unbelievable, dude. It's poetry. It rhymes. As soon as Nikkei pulled the trigger, the gun in Nikkei's hand blew up from the inside with raging gunpower. Nikkei's right hand split into pieces.
Nikkei!
What the?
you should have listened when I told you.
This sprite is fucking awesome.
Watch your hand when you shoot your hand.
My right hand.
Oh, his right hand.
My, your right hand, your biggest pride and the reason for your existence, has become an abomination. Are you alright? Oh, what's wrong? Have you not risked losing your life when you defected from Void? Did you not say with your own lips that you do not mind death if you could bring forth my demise? It's just a right hand, a mere appendage ripped off, and yet that's all it took for you to break. Is this a joke? Even the emotionless Kokoro would laugh at the sight of this.
Why did the gun explode? That gun was working perfectly, I know, because I held onto it for a while. There was no way for it to blow up. My right hand hurts. It hurts. Okay.
You really are the best, Nikkei. You are a person perfectly suited to toy around with. In addition, your skills are on an exceptional level. Thanks to your contribution, the plan was brought even closer to completion.
Exactly what I said earlier. Nikkei was stupid.
What do you mean by?
Nikkei, you said you were going to disrupt my plans. I was prepared for that, and thus I set a trap. I will have to admit some points. Modulating the fourth island, blocking my magic, leading Yuki into murder. This revolt of yours was indeed well thought out. But ironically, my plan was able to take another step forward because of your actions. Shouldn't be a surprise considering the flawlessness of your reenactment of this case. Quite unlike a certain incapable person.
How so? The reenactment obviously failed.
Of course you do not understand. Because I intentionally gave you a phony summary of the fourth case. When the two of us first met, I immediately knew that this fool would betray Void someday. Thus, when I was briefing Nikkei on the fourth case to be reenacted, I lied. Do you know what this means?
You, Mikado Sonoji.
You must have thought your defection and the havoc you've unleashed was all for the demise of Void. But who would have known that act of yours instead ended up being your biggest contribution to Void instead? Oh, the irony. Can you feel it, Nikkei?
No, it can't be. It can't,
And if I told you that when we met in your room, that you were performing better than expected, that both of us are mere puppets under his power, the outcome is set. The process simply comes with it. That is fate. That is the power of fortune. That is the power of divine luck.
Yep. Oh boy, dude, chapter 5 about to be heat. So is Nikkei gonna die here?
Couldn't understand what Mikado was saying. But more than that, my mind was wondering why Nikkei's gun blew up. Why his hand became a mess. And about what's going to happen. My brain seemed to have trouble processing the situation itself, and no one moved an inch aside from Nikkei and Mikado. It would have been hard to take this as reality if it wasn't for the smell of gunpowder and blood from Nikkei. No, he said this wasn't reality to start with. It's not over. There's gotta be a way left.
There is no such thing, and that is because you, Nikkei, rid the plan of its biggest impediment, Shinji!
Oh yeah, Shinji was Yuki's emotional support. Without Shinji, there's nothing stopping them now.
Nothing could be more perfect than the job you have done, Nikkei. But I was being sincere, you know. I would have forgiven you had you just put away the gun and swore to join Void once again. Though, of course, as someone whose impetus of fortune is an inferiority complex, you would have never allowed it to happen.
What's going on? I can't get a grasp of what's happening. Why did Nikkei try to shoot us instead of Mikado? Why did the gun blow up? What does Mikado mean by all this?
Ah, this is quite enjoyable. Well, I would like to enjoy this some more. It seems that the time has come for this to end. Monocro, the preparation, if you may. Preparation? Prepare for what? What other thing could there be than the execution of this miserable wretch? Who, may I add, violated the rules.
The rules? What are you talking about? The no violence rule stopped applying a long time ago. I thought Nikkei's not the only one who went hitting people. What is this? All of you check the rules tab on your handbook.
Betraying Void is strictly forbidden. Dude, Mikado's such a little piece of shit. What is this rule? There wasn't such a thing until... Ah!
Violated a rule? Rule. I have identified a violation of Rule 17. The offender will be executed immediately.
What? It's an actual rule? This isn't... What is this? What is happening? Mikado Sonoji, what is the meaning of...
You mustn't wonder. All you should know is that our time here is over. Goodbye, Nikkei. You were an amusing toy to play with, every moment from beginning to end.
This is the end? No. This can't be happening. Damn it. You should die. I'm gonna kill you, Mikado. I'm gonna fucking rip you to shreds.
I prepared a fitting punishment for the perpetrator of the violation. Nikkei Omuri, the ultimate journalist.
Oh shit, dude.
It's punishment time.
Let's see if I don't forget to edit this one. That's still insane though. Nikkei has violated the rules. Time for the punishment. I think this is the first execution over a rules violation. Run! Run! You're not gonna get away. Press conference. You don't have your right hand. Yep. Over. Ultimate journalist Nikkei Omuri dies. Void daily. Holy fuck, dude. That execution was creative, I'll give it that, but...
Ah, what a waste. Perhaps I should have let him live. I imagine him stuffed with the limbs detached. It would have been it would be a perfect toy to kill time with.
And so Nikkei has left us. He said himself that people being alive in real life, despite dying in this virtual world, was a lie. I still don't know whether what he said was the truth or not. More importantly, even Nikkei couldn't avoid the impending doom in the end. Whether this is a virtual reality or not, the person named Nikkei is no longer with us.
Why did you kill him? Hey Mikado, why did you kill Nikkei? And what's with this weird new rule?
Well, I cannot answer that at the present moment. Or perhaps never.
This was not an execution. It's a murder, Mikado. Nikkei did not violate the rules of this killing school trip. Monokuro, you just went out with the execution after seeing this rule? You're an instructor. You said you were a judge.
I'm sorry.
Wait, Monokuro? Hey? You ran off.
Oh, that was impressive. Nikkei was a subhuman who deluded you and murdered Shinji. You do realize that, don't you? What makes you speak up for him even so?
I'm not speaking up for him. I'm equally as scummy of a person for using Nikkei's hand to cut Shinji's throat. But even I know that you're the scummiest among us.
I see.
Nikkei was a liar. Though we couldn't exactly tell which of his words were true and which were not, we know that the source of all trouble here is you.
Nikkei got what he deserved. But he hated you genuinely. It's his hatred of you that drove him to this point.
That assumption of yours is not unreasonable. In a way, Nikkei may be a victim who was caught up in my plan. So, aren't you curious about what made me do this?
What?
Teruki should know the answer, though it would not occur to him at the moment. There isn't even a need for me to spell it out. Nikkei already gave you enough hints. Since we've already dealt with the traitor, let us dismiss the court. I will send out an additional notice.
Yuki? Why is there a question mark near your name? Yuki? Mikado Sonoji.
What was that just now? What was that just now? Was that really Yuki?
My friends, I believe we are nearing the end. Yes, the end.
What kind of nonsense is... Hey!
Since the end of the trial, Yuki has been standing in his place without saying a word. Even when Nikkei aimed his gun at us, and when he got executed, Yuki stood there endlessly shedding his tears. And all of a sudden, Yuki was gone from the courtroom. It felt like the Yuki Maeda we knew and have been together with didn't exist anymore. I know him? Sorry, did you say something? Huh? Oh, did I say something?
The trial's over, right? I've got to use the bathroom, so I'll be leaving.
It's just here. Wait, when did Syobai even get out of here?
Sora.
You should go up too. There's nothing left to do here.
What are you doing, Teruya Otori? Failing at everything, you're the absolute worst.
Teruya, wait, I have something to say.
Sora, are you ignoring me? I'm calling you!
Yoruko. It's only it's too good. I have a question for you, Sora. Yoruko, can we talk later? I have to talk with Teruya as soon as...
Listen to me!
Hey, Sora, you really don't know? About Yuki's identity? About Yuki's identity?
Nikkei said so, right? Yuki is Void's sole target. We're just extras needed to set up a killing game for him. And you, Sora, you dirtied your hands just to save Yuki from becoming the Blackened. There must be something behind this. There's no other way to explain what you did.
Yoruko, why are you asking me this? I never lied to you. Even I have trouble trying to think of why I did what I did back then.
Sora, have you not realized what you did is murder? Though the rules would say Shinji's the culprit, you played a role in this murder too.
I know. And I can't understand why you feel that way. It's more...
It's not because of that!
Yoruko.
I don't want to do this to you either, but you're lying to me. You know something, but you're hiding it from me. From all of us. Do you know how betrayed I feel by that? Of course it was wrong for you to take part in murder, but I'm not in the position to lecture you about ethics. I also worked at a bar faking my age before I came here, remember? That's a crime as well. It's true that you did something despicable, but everyone makes mistakes. You just have to reflect on your past mistakes and pay the price. It's just a complaint. Like I said before, I thought of us as being on the same boat. And now you're hiding something from me.
Hide? I didn't hide anything. I really didn't.
Yes, you do know something. If you really think you don't, then you must be lying to yourself.
I'm lying to myself.
You lost your memories. I know you're scared. But you must know something about Yuki, so be honest with yourself. I still want to trust you, Sora.
Yoruko. Oh? There is something you shouldn't do no matter what, but your circumstances force you to do it. What would you do, Master? Oh, she knows him. Sorry.
Huh?
I really don't know.
Sora.
If I do something that's hard to comprehend, it's not by my own will. I feel like I'm being controlled by someone. It was the same this time as well. There was a voice in my head whispering to me endlessly, "Save Yuki Maeda, save Yuki Maeda." I couldn't resist. No, it was because I tried to resist that I ended up with the worst outcome of using Kei's hand. I know it doesn't make sense. I myself am having a hard time believing it. That's all I can tell you right now.
Sora, Yuki is Void's goal itself. If we can know more about him, we might still have hope.
But I really don't know.
Okay, I get it.
Yoruko,
can you at least tell me this one thing? How did you get to the power room? Did you really go through the floor like Ito has said? What did you see underneath?
I'll tell you later. Right now I need to get to Teruya.
So you really don't trust me at all. When we were investigating the power room, I thought I would be able to understand you. But you still won't tell me a thing. No, it's not that. I just need to talk with Teruya. Whatever. Just don't talk to me again.
Ouch. Honestly, I'm with Yoruko on this one.
Teruya, open the door, please. Teruya! I know you're in there.
What? There's no one in your room, right? I'm going in.
What? Hold on a minute!
What is going on? You know you just entered someone's room without permission, don't you? I'm going to say this up front. There's nothing I can do for you. I'm someone who's incapable of anything. I couldn't protect you or contact the Foundation or stop Mikado's plan.
I'm just a useless wretch. All I can do is wait for the Foundation to save my poor ass.
Aria, there's something I have for you.
What? You have something for me? What is this, a metal name tag?
What's written on there is your reset code.
What? How does she know?
What? How in the world did you get my...
I received it from someone. They said to give it to you as soon as possible.
Mikaru?
So who is this someone?
Oh my god, it is!
What?
I met her. Rei Mikaru, your partner.
Now hold on a second. Ray's dead. You heard Nikkei. If you die in the virtual world, then you're dead for real. I know I've thrown out tantrums denying that, but now I know better. Ray's left me for good.
No, Rei's still alive. I don't know if Nikkei lied or he actually didn't know about it. But Rei's still alive.
Really? Are you... Is Ray really alive?
Aria, you aren't useless. You're just confused because you got your memories stolen by Mikado. Enter the reset code into your handbook. Then your memories will return to you.
Did Ray tell you that? Did she tell you to give me this name tag so that I could regain my memories?
I only had a brief moment to talk with her. She herself probably doesn't know who she talked to. She just said this, give this reset code to Teruya. And once you gain your memories by putting in your reset code, there's something I want to ask of you.
And what's that?
Yuki Maeda?
Tell me what you know about...
Akane Taira. Well, there's a name. I did not think that it would show up at all in this game. Like, at all. Is this how we end the chapter? Oh, you can't leave me like this, dude! This is bullshit. You can't leave me like this. Anyway, the number of void. It's over. We know all of them now. And 3 are gone. 2 left. Dude, you can't just leave me like that. Come on. I can't record tomorrow. We got the ultimate notebook. I can't record tomorrow nor later today. That's bullshit. I feel betrayed. What the fuck? You can't just name drop Akane like that and expect me not to want to record more. Fucking bullshit. If I had rendered episode 21 properly, I wouldn't be in this situation. Holy shit! There's so much happening. What? Chapter 5 is about to be the most heat stuff ever in this game. Shit. Well then. I really don't have anything else to say other than I still think Nikkei and Shinji were by far the MVPs of this chapter. And in a way, I kind of understand what Nikkei did, but not really. It's complicated. He had to find a way to kill Mikado without killing Mikado directly. And now that it's been flat out revealed that switching Yuki into Utsuro is their goal, I wonder what Sora's goal in this. In any case, I seriously did not expect, 1, Rei to have talked with Sora, and 2, that she gave Sora Teruya's reset code, and 3, that fucking Akane got name dropped out of nowhere. It literally, like I said, it's a name I never expected to see in this game. Okay, Utsuro, sure, of course, he was like the main baddie, lol. So here he is again being the main antagonist. But that's fucking insane. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Anyways, folks, that's the end of the 4th class trial. We're getting close to the end of the game. Anyways, that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked today's episode, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you're new to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future uploads like this one, hit the little bell. You know what to do. Also, if you want to join my Discord server or follow me on Twitch for more constant updates, link to both is in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Chapter 5 is about to be very good. And be on the lookout for the Chapter 6 live streams. Anyways, folks, that's all. Take care. Till next time.